I am Satyapriya Lokanadan, Assistant Professor, Department of CSE, Bharat Institute of Higher Education and Research. Today I am going to give a presentation on the topic of searching strategies in artificial intelligence, informed search algorithms. The course name Artificial Intelligence, course code U18 TCCS 501. Searching strategies. Searching is the process to find a solution for a given set of problems. In artificial intelligence, it can be done by using uninformed searching strategies or either informed searching strategies. Where the problem determines the graph, start node and goal node, but which path to select from the source to the destination is not known. So the task for finding the path from the source node to the destination node is accomplished with the help of searching strategies in artificial intelligence. Search strategy defines the order in which the path are selected from the frontier. Different strategies are obtained by modifying how the selection of path in frontier is implemented. Searching methodologies have some important terms. The problem space. The problem space is the environment in which the problem search takes place. So the set of states and set of operators to change those states comes under the problem space. Problem instance. Problem instance is the combination of initial state and goal state of the problem. And problem space graph, it represents the problem state. The states are represented in the nodes and operators is represented as the edges. And depth of the problem is the length of the shortest path or shortest sequence of operators from the initial state to the goal state. Space complexity, the maximum number of nodes that are stored in the memory is a space complexity, and time complexity is the maximum number of nodes that are created for solving the problem. That's the time complexity. Admissibility property of an algorithm is to always find the optimal solution for a given set of problems. And branching factor is the average number of child nodes in the problem graph. Depth of the depth is the length of the shortest path from the initial state to the goal state of the problem. So, types of search algorithm and artificial intelligence. Search algorithm is divided into two important types. Uninformed search and informed search. Uninformed search, we have a 6 set of algorithms: breadth first search, uniform cost search, depth first search, depth limited search, and iterative deepening depth first search, and bidirectional search. In informed searching categories, we have two different algorithms: best first search and A-star search. Here, the algorithm is divided into two important types: uninformed search and informed search. So, uninformed search algorithm need to find the optimal path from the source initial state, initial node to the goal node. So, here we don't have any additional information on the goal node other than the one provided in the problem definition. The plan to reach the goal state from the start state differ only by the order and length of the actions. And uninformed search algorithms also called as the blind search algorithm, because the problem definition only having the initial node and goal node. So no additional information is available for finding the optimal path from source to the destination. In informed search algorithms, it has some information on the goal state, which helps in more efficient searching. So the heuristic function value for each node is available for finding the path from source to destination and more efficiently compared to the uninformed search algorithm. Information is obtained by the function that estimates how close a state is to the goal state. So best first search algorithm is an instance. Best first is an instance of a graph or search algorithm in which the node is selected for expansion based on the evaluation function. Okay, the node which is the lowest evaluation function is selected for the explanation because the evaluation measure distance to the goal from the initial state. Also, this algorithm serves as the combination of depth first search and breadth first search algorithm. Best first search algorithm is often referred to as greedy algorithm. This is because they quickly attack the most desirable path from the source to destination. So the best first search algorithms adopted the priority queue concept for the implementation purpose. Here, the priority queue is the extension of the queue with the following properties, and we have three properties. First property is every item has the priority associated with this. So the node having the priority associated with it in the binary search tree. So an element with the high priority is equal before an element with the low priority. So the node with the high priority of value was equal before an element with the node having the low priority. And third property is if the two nodes having the same priority, they have served according to their order in the queue. So the priority queue operations, the typical priority queue supports the following operations: insert and get highest priority and delete highest priority. So insert, for inserting an item into the priority queue, have this syntax: insert item comma priority. Here item represents the node and priority represents the distance value. So insert item comma priority syntax is used to insert an item with the given priority into the priority queue. Next operation is get highest priority. Get highest priority function just returns the highest priority item from the binary search tree. And delete highest priority removes the highest priority node from the binary search tree. Best first search having the concept, the step 1, traverse the root node first, and step 2, traverse any neighbor of the root node that is maintaining a least distance from the root node and insert them in ascending order into the queue. And in third step, traverse the any neighbor of the root node that is maintaining a least distance from the root node and insert them in ascending order into the queue. So the process will continue until we are getting the goal node. So we need to find a path from the initial state to the goal node. So the process still continue until we are getting the goal node. The algorithm for best first search algorithm is: first step, place the starting node or root node into the queue, and step 2, if the queue is empty, then stop and return failure. In step 3, the first element of the queue is matches with our goal node, then the algorithm stops and returns success. Otherwise, remove the first element from the queue and expand it. For expanding, we need to visit the children of that removed node and compute the estimated goal distance for each cell. Place the children in the queue in the ascending order to the goal distance. Okay, in step 5, go to step 3, and step 6 is exit. This is the example we have taken for explaining the best first search algorithm. Here, the node's initial state is A having the heuristic value of 30, and the target node, the goal node is here M having the heuristic value of 0 is marked in the asterisk. In step 1, consider initially the root node A is added into the priority queue. So the first element of the queue is A, which is not our checking A is our goal node or not. The condition fails. So the node A is removed from the queue and it finds its neighbor that are inserted in the ascending order. So the ascending order depends upon the heuristic value the node which have. So here the immediate child of node A is B and C. So B having the 25 heuristic value and C having the 28 of heuristic value. So in comparing both the nodes B and C, so B having the lesser than C. So B having the highest priority. So B node is added first and then C is added and the visited node A is removed from the priority queue. So that is implemented in step 2. Okay. The neighbors of A or B and C, they will be inserted in the queue in the ascending order. So B is added first and then C. Next in step 3, now B is in the front end of the queue. So calculate the neighbors of B, that is maintaining the least distance from the roof. Here, B having the lowest value when compared to the C node. So now B node is in the front end of the queue. So we need to, after visited the node B, we need to expand the children of B nodes. So who are all the children of B nodes? D, E and F. D, E and F are arranged in the ascending order, which is based on the heuristic value which the nodes have. So the order which is added into the priority queue is F, E, D. So the C node is already there in the priority queue. That is in the last. So now the neighbors of B node F, E, D is added into the priority queue, which is ordered in the ascending order. In step 4, node F is in the front end of the queue. So node F is the front end of the queue, checking whether F is our goal node or not. The condition fails. So the F node is need to remove from the priority queue, and after visited F node, we need to expand the children of F node. So who is the children of F node? Here F node we don't have any children. So F node is just removed from the priority queue and proceed further with the next steps. So after removing F from the priority queue, we have 3 nodes is present in the priority queue. So here E, D, C is there. So in step 5, we check E is in the front end of the queue. So E is the front end of the queue, checking whether E is our goal node or not. So E is not our goal node. Then E is removed from the queue and need to expand the, after removing, after visited E node, we need to expand the childs of E nodes. Who are all the childs of E nodes? E having 2 child, J and K, and J having the heuristic value of 7 and K having the heuristic value of 6. When comparing J and K, 6 having the lowest value. So 6 is added into the given to the first priority. So here now A is a front end, and so the children of J and K insert them the queue in the ascending order. So K is added in the front end of the queue and J, and remaining D and C is nodes is already there in the priority queue. Okay, next the K having the lowest heuristic value, so it is added in the ascending order. It is present in the highest is the front end of the queue. So now K is in the front end. So we need to check whether the K is our goal node or not. If the condition fails, so then the K node is visited. So K node is need to be removed from the priority queue and need to expand the childs of K nodes. Here K nodes having we don't have the K node having don't have childs. So what is the rule? We need to remove the K node from the priority queue and proceed further. So after removing the K from the priority queue, we have J, D, C in the previous step nodes. So in the step 7, the J is in the front end of the queue. So check whether the J is not our target node, goal node. So the J node is need to be removed from the priority queue. After visited J node, we need to expand the children of J nodes. Here the J having in J we don't have any child. So we need to just remove the, in step 7, just remove the J node and proceed with the present nodes. So after removing J from the priority queue, we have 2 nodes D and C. Okay. In step 8, so D is in the front end of the queue. So D is the front end of the queue. Check whether D is our goal node or not. So D is not our goal node. The condition fails. Then D is need to be removed from the priority queue. And after visited D node, we need to expand the children of D nodes. Who are all the children of D nodes? D having the children of I. Only one node is there. Child of D is I node. I node having priority of 9. This 9 is I node is added in the front end of the queue, having the lowest priority compared to the other nodes. So now the next step, I is in the front node. So I is not our target node and need to remove from the priority queue. And I also don't have any children. So just remove the I node from the priority queue and proceed the node with the further. Okay. Then the node in step 9, the priority having the node of only C. So C is in the front end of the queue. So we need to, C is not our goal node and the condition fails. So we need to remove the C from the priority queue. After visited C node, we need to expand the children of C nodes. Who are the children of G nodes as G and H. G and H. In G and H node, G and H node, G having the heuristic function of 10 and H having the heuristic function of 9. In comparing G and H nodes, G having the lowest value. So G is added first and then H is added next. So G is added in the front end of the queue and then H is added, and the front end of the queue C node is just removed from the priority queue. Okay. In step 11, now G is in the front end of the queue. We need to remove G from the queue and calculate. After visited G node, we need to expand the G node for visiting childs of G nodes. Who are all the childs of G nodes? G node is we having two childs, L and M. Okay, L having the heuristic value of 3 and M having the heuristic value of 0. So when comparing L and M, we have lowest priority to the node M. So M is added first and then M is added and then L is added and H is already present in the priority queue. Now M is in the front end of the queue. So check whether M is our goal node or not. The condition is true. Now here the algorithm stops. The path from the source node A to the M goal node M is find through the best first search algorithm. Here the algorithm starts with the optimal path from source node, initial node A to the goal node M. These are all the advantages and disadvantages of best first search algorithm. Advantages is it is more efficient than that of the BFS and DFS, and time complexity of the best first search is much less than the best first search. So the best first search allows us to switch between the path by gaining the benefits of both the BFS and DFS. So the DFS is best because the solution can be found without computing all the nodes, and BFS is good because it doesn't get trapped in patterns. So both the advantages of DFS and DFS is incorporated in best first search to enhance the performance of the searching process. So here next the disadvantages of the best first search is it covers more distance than our consideration. Sometimes it covers the more distance than our consideration. So the worst case time complexity of the best first search is order of n log n, where n is the number of nodes. In worst case, we may have to visit all the nodes before we reach the goal. So note that the priority queue is implemented using min and max operations and insert and remove operations. We take the order of log n time. So the performance of the algorithm which purely depends upon the how well the cost and evaluation function is designed. So here the evaluation function is distance metric, distance from the node source node to the destination. So the performance of the whole best first search algorithm, which purely depends upon the cost value and evaluation function which you have chosen for the set of problems. The next algorithm is A star search algorithm. A star search algorithm works based on the heuristic method and this helps to achieve the optimality. Okay, A star is a different form of best first search algorithm. Optimality empowers an algorithm to find the best possible solutions to a problem. Such algorithms also offer completeness. If there is any solutions possible to an existing problem, the algorithm will definitely find it. A-star algorithm is based on the heuristic value for finding the solution, and the efficiency of the A-star algorithm is purely based on the what heuristic value you have chosen for your problem. To find the best solution, you may have different heuristic functions according to the type of the problem. So the type of the problem which decides the which heuristic functions we need to adopt for finding the best solution. So the heuristic function only gives the best performance, best solutions to the problem, best solutions to the problem. So the creation of functions, the creation of heuristic function is very difficult task. That is the basic problem we are facing the artificial intelligence. So the problem we need to select the correct heuristic functions for a any type of problem for finding the best solution and comparing to the other search algorithms. So heuristic value is calculated. The A-star search having the cost value is calculated for traversing from the initial node to the target node. So it is calculate the cost to travel to the neighboring nodes and chooses the node with the lowest cost. Here, the f of n value, the cost value, how the f of n value is calculated as f of n value, which depends upon the g of n, h of n. Here, g of n is the shows the shortest path value from the starting node to the node n. So it is the shortest path value from the initial node to the destination node. And h of n is the heuristic approximation of the value of the any node. So the heuristic approximation of the value only decides the performance of the algorithm. So here h of n and some summation of g of n, h of n, which gives the cost value of f of n. F of n we need to find the lowest f of n value for finding the optimal solution from the source to the destination. Here n denotes the neighboring sensor nodes. So we need to find the node with the lowest f of n value for finding the effective path from the source to destination. So here we have taken this algorithm for explaining the A-star search algorithm. Here this algorithm having 6 nodes A, B, C, E, D, and G, and having 6 edges with the distance value, path edge distance value, and the numbers written on the edges represents the distance between the nodes. How much distance is distance from the node A to B is represented as the edge count value. For example, here the edge count value node A to the B is 2. So, and the numbers written on the nodes represents the heuristic value. So, heuristic value is for heuristic value for A node is 11 and B node is 6 and C node is 99. It is represented in the color red. So, let's start with the node A. Initial node is A. And A is a starting node, therefore the value of g of x is node there, distance value is there. So g of x A is 0, and from the graph we get the heuristic value of A is 11. From the graph we shown it is the heuristic node, the heuristic value of node 11 is A. So we need to find the path cost value, f of n value. It is a summation of g of n and h of n. G of n is the distance from the node A to node A, and h of n is the heuristic approximation value of the node A. So here in first step we don't have a distance, so g of value is 0. So 0 plus added with 11, 11 is the heuristic value of node A. So the summation of f of n value is 11. Thus for A we can write A is equal to 11. A equal to 11. Now from A we can go to the point B or E. So is A having the immediate neighbor of B and E. B and E. So we can choose A to B or A to E, which decides the which is based on the cost value we are going to calculate. So A to B is the A to B cost value. How it is calculated is the f of n value is calculated using distance metric G of n and it's the heuristic metric H of n. Here, the for path A to B, the edge value from A to B is 2, and then heuristic value of node B is 6. So the summation of H of n and G of n is 2 plus 6 is 8. So finally, f of n, the cost value for the path A to B is 8. And another alternate option we have the immediate neighbor E also. So when calculating the path f of n value for A to E paths, how it is calculated? The distance G of n value was A to N value was 3. So, and heuristic value of E is 7. So, when adding the distance and heuristic value of the path A to E is the total 10. So, when comparing A to B and A to E, and A to B having the lowest value when comparing A to E. So, when we'll choose A to B path for move forward with this path and compute f of x for the children of node B. So, we now moved from A to B. We don't choose the path A to A because it is a higher value, f of n value when comparing the path A to B. So, we have chosen the path A to B. After visited B node, we need to expand the child of B nodes. Who are all the child of B nodes, immediate child of B nodes? We having the immediate child of C and G node. So C and G node heuristic cost is definitely very high value. So here A to B to C, f of n value is calculated. For calculating A to B to C, we need to calculate the G of n value. G of n value is A to B edge value is 2 and B to C edge value is 1. So when adding edge value of A to B and B to C, we get a 3. So G of n for the path A to B to C is 3. And the heuristic value, the final heuristic value for the C is 99. So the sum of G of n and f of n is 1 or 2. And A to B to G is the A to B to G path having the edge value of A to B is 2 and B to G is 9. So the heuristic value for G is 0. So when adding f of n value is how f of n value is calculated, G of n distance matrix distance value plus heuristic value. For this A to B to G path, the distance value is 11 and heuristic is 0. So sum of G of n H of n is 11. So A to B to G path is having the f of n value of 11 and A to B to C path is having the heuristic value of 1 or 2. So here the A to B to G has the least cost when comparing to the A to B to C. Because A to B to C having 1 or 2, A to B to G is 11. So we choose A to B to G path for the path we need to explore further. So after reaching being G node, so we need to expand the child of G node. So we have some other path also, and we have stopped here A to E path. So we need to after visited E node, we need to expand the child of E node. So when expanding the child of E node, E node, so we have E having the child of D node. For calculating the f of n value for the path A to E to D, A to E to D distance metric is 3 and A to E to D is distance metric is 6. So the G of n value for the path A to E to D is 9 and plus heuristic value of D is 1. So the totally sum of sum f of n value is g of n plus heuristic value of d node is 1. So the sum is 10. So when comparing the A to E to D path with the all other paths we got so far, the cost is least of all. So we move forward this path and compute f of x for the children D. So when comparing A to B to G and A to B to C and A to B and A to E, all the path which we are already calculated. The path so far is cost is least of all. We move forward this path. So we will choose the path A to E to D path. So after visiting A to D node, so we need to expand the child of D nodes. Who is the child of D node? D node having the only one child is the G, and G having the heuristic value of 0. So we need to calculate the G of n value, so distance value. So the sum of edges from A to the G nodes. So the edge A to E, the having the edge value of 3 is the distance, and from we need to go from E to D. So for E, we need to travel from E to D, we get a value of 6 distance, and from D to G having the 1. So when adding all the edges from the A to G, 3 plus 6 plus 1, it is 10. Okay, and the heuristic value of G is 0. So when adding the G of n value, distance value plus heuristic value of G value is 10. So now comparing all the paths that lead to us the goal, we conclude A to E to the G is the most cost effective path to get from the A to G. Here G is the final node, is a goal node, and A is the start node. So when comparing all the paths which we have calculated, the final path A to E to G from the edges from A to E and edge from E to G, E to D and edge from D to G having the lowest heuristic value f of n value of 10. So we can choose this is the most cost effective path can compare to the other paths which we have for this problem. So the heuristic, the algorithm, the heuristic value which decides the overall performance of the A-star algorithm. So the advantages of A-star algorithm is A-star search algorithm. Algorithm is the best algorithm than other searching algorithm. So when comparing to the uninformed search algorithm, A-star is the best among other algorithms. So A-star search algorithm is optimal and complete. It gives the complete solution and optimal solutions. And this algorithm can be adopted for many very complex problems. And disadvantage is it doesn't always produce the shortest path as it mostly based on the heuristic approximations. Okay, the shortest path, the optimal path, which is mostly based on the what heuristic function and approximation you have chosen for your problem. So the performance of the whole A-star search algorithm is purely based on the which heuristic function we have chosen for your problem. And the A-star search algorithm has some complexity issues and because of the heuristic functions we have, it will create some complexity issues for solving the real-time problems. And another main drawback of A-star search is the memory requirement. It escapes all generated nodes in the memory. So it is not practical for various large-scale applications. So when comparing uninformed search and informed search algorithm, informed search algorithm we have some heuristic functions and evaluation function parameters for finding the effective path from the source node to the destination node. So the performance of the informed search algorithm is much better than the uninformed search algorithm, and the informed search algorithm is suitable for the several real-time applications. A-star search algorithm is applicable for the GPS navigation system applications for finding the shortest path from the source to the destination. So if the live location is a location from the source, we need to find the shortest path from the source city to the final destination city. We adopted A-star search algorithm for finding the shortest path. So here In A-star's GPS algorithm, the distance metric, the distance is the heuristic function for evaluating the performance. So it is at the last, the uninformed research, informed research algorithm can give the better performance and adopted for several applications when compared to the uninformed research algorithms. Thank you.